Hey guys, so a lot of people ask me what the keto diet is, and so I wanted to make a video explaining kind of what it is, why I do it, what's the benefits behind it, do I still supplements, what's been my experience with it. So, to get started, keto is a high-fat, medium-protein diet with low carbs. I'm not a personal trainer, I'm not a physician, I can't tell you what the right way to go is, but I just wanted to create this as using my experience to kind of help guide you whether or not you want to try it. So, easy for time. I spent 30 minutes this morning to make my meals for the next 2 days, which saves me probably an hour to the time that would have been taken to make my meals for 2 or 3 days. It's simple, so I've been eating the same thing for 3 weeks now, every day as a meal, which some people would get sick of, but for me, it works just fine. You actually have more energy than you probably did before when you ate on a carb diet. More instant energy. You wake up feeling a little groggy at first, but every day once you get up and get moving, you just feel a really large amount of energy. Processed food kind of creates acne and stuff, so this has cleared up my skin a lot. Keto flu and what that really pertains to. So what happens at first is that your body goes through this period where it significantly misses carbs. Your body starts feeling really drained, you're really tired, you just feel kind of like body achy and sick. 3 days you might feel fine, and then right for that 4th day through the 7th day, you're just like dead. And it can take up to 2 weeks for some people to go through this transition, which can make it really hard to maintain it, because all you want is a cheeseburger or some cereal, just something simple, an ice cream cone, anything that just has sugar or bread or anything comfort food wise, you'll want it immediately. So it's hard to get through that moment because you're kind of in a weak point, but if you can stick it out, keep eating, you're still going to feel full. You're just going to miss those food cravings, and you're so used to just eating whenever you're hungry or eating for pleasure that you kind of become mindless when you're eating those carbs. So you're training your body not to need food all the time, and that can be really hard on you because you're going to have these moments where you're like, oh, I'm used to eating right now, and you'll want to eat. So points do stop after about 8 days or so, and for me anyways, it can take again up to 2 weeks for people, but once you get to that point through that keto flu, you're basically unstoppable. Still had cravings on day 15 and day 18, and there's sometimes I watch Rachel eating some bread, and my mouth starts watering because I'm just like, I really want bread. But you kind of go through those moments, but you're never truly super hungry or anything like that. It's those habits that you're trying to break. So I would say that with whenever you're going through that, making sure that you're staying hydrated. I actually use Mio, so Mio electrolytes. So it's super helpful. Your body doesn't retain water anymore, so it actually drops all of its electrolytes. So this was just a quick way for me to keep it up and also drink water. I drink this all day long. Then something that helped me get through the keto flu is I had some BCAAs daily too. So that way I could have something that kind of helped give me instant energy and kind of kept me up when I was feeling down. So I would just kind of keep that with me in a bag or something like that and just add it to my water when I needed it. But it's been very helpful. Supplements, usually on a carb diet you'll supplement a lot of protein. On this, you don't really have too much of an option to do that because you don't want to surpass your protein goals, because your body will start breaking down protein and making it into carbs to maintain still a medium protein count and try not to make it too high. So there's been a moment where I slip and I end up eating something outside of the norm. So make one protein shake a day, but it also has high fat in it. I'll add oils to it and stuff. So the supplements piece for keto is that you can have protein, but you want to make sure it doesn't have any extra carbs in it, no carb gainers or anything like that. It has to be pure protein, and you're gonna have to load it with fat to keep your levels the same, because if you're having only protein and no fats, you're gonna raise your percentage. And if you're trying to aim for 75 to 80% fats in a day, 25 grams of protein will definitely impact that. So you have to add I use Luana's coconut oil to add to that, and then some peanut butter, and I usually put some heavy cream in there to just kind of boost how much fat's in it. But that I supplement, and then with potassium pills, I usually take one every morning, and then some fiber, and then I have the Mio on hand at all times. So once I stop doing keto and I go back for period, then I will probably change that. But for now, it's been working for me, and I've been feeling pretty good when I do eat like that. Experience with this just in the last 25 days. I mean, I'm only doing this until February 1st, but you know, what I'll say is that this has been a pretty mind-blowing experience. I've gone through highs, I've gone through lows with it. You know, I've kind of had crabby moments, I've had moments where I'm really happy and really energetic. But overall, what I'd say is that it's been a really good experience. And you know, the one thing that I don't miss is feeling like crap every time that I ate something bad or ate too much carbs, and just my body trying to factor in protein. So, you know, not having as much in my body makes me feel a lot cleaner and a lot better, and less like airy and bloated and things like that. So all those uncomfortable feelings with a high carb, high protein diet is something that I don't miss and I enjoy about keto. But you know, ultimately it's kind of to each their own. I mean, this is a good way for me. I mean, so far I've lost, I want to say about 10 pounds in the last 3.5 weeks. So, you know, the first week I was 193 pounds when I started it. The goal has just been to lose about 2 pounds a week. And the idea is that if you're burning 1% of your body weight week over week, then you're going to be burning fat and not muscle. My muscle mass is still about the same. This has been a pretty great experience for me to just kind of test this out and be consistent with something and see kind of how it goes. Whereas when I was doing a carb diet, I was kind of all over the place. Some days were high, some days were low. I couldn't really ever keep consistency on it. Sometimes I'd forget to meal prep and then I'd just kind of fall off the wagon. As we were tired at night, we just would go get some crappy food just because we were hungry and didn't want to cook. It's been one of those things where I feel like I'm disciplined in being able to make sure to make it, and working with Rachel to make it. And you know, what's really cool is that she has been doing a carb diet while I've been doing this, and it's been kind of awkward just because we have to eat completely different food. You know, but she's been extremely supportive, and you know, my brother kind of helped me realize that this diet doesn't have to be super complicated like I originally made it. He's the one who kind of helped me realize that all you need to really eat are, you know, basically 3 staple foods, and that's eggs, some kind of like high fat meat like sausage or bacon, and just cheese. So, you know, there's been some things that I've kind of winded through, and I can talk about that in a later video. But overall, I think that keto is something that, you know, if you're wanting to try something, I haven't had any like problems or physical issues or fear. Like, I've had a little bit of fear, like, wow, this is a lot of fat going into my body. I would hope nothing bad happens. There's a lot of studies out there, you know, that can aim at keto being a bad thing and being a good thing. You know, I'm not here to say whether or not it's the best way, but it is a way that I've experienced and had a positive experience with it, and I hope that that helps people make a decision on whether or not they want to try it. This isn't to like push people to want to do it. There's perfectly capable other diets. I want to share that with you guys. I know I talk a lot, but I just want to make sure I kind of give you guys enough information. But if you guys have any questions or anything, comment below. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video if you want to hear more or want to know more from a future video. Paste it below. I'm more than happy to make another one. Thanks, guys. Bye.